Yohomo, homo. Yohomo, homo. Left and right on the stereo.
Hi everyone, welcome to our first ever Q&A with Canada's Drag Race Queen, Juice Boxx. Hi Juice!
Hi.
Welcome to our Zoom room.
I know, I'm so excited to be near you, but not.
Close but far away. I'm here also with Armand.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm over here.
Pretty in pink. Pretty in pink.
Pretty in pink.
Okay, we're gonna jump right in because we have a billion questions, but we've narrowed it down to close to 30.
Yeah.
Are you ready? That really intense.
Good.
Okay, so first we want to know your entrance into the room. Is that something, I always imagine queens imagine this for years and what they're going to do, and how did you come up with yours?
Like my entrance line?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so every time, and I didn't know I did this, but every time I finish a number, I always say, do you guys like that?
Yeah.
Do you like that? I didn't know I did that. I didn't know I did that until some Ivory Towers had pointed it out to me mid last year and made fun of me, and the whole audience was just like, yeah, that's what he does. So I was just like, well, I'm just gonna hold on to it. So I remember when I was figuring out what I was gonna say, it was rather that or Happy Father's Day. But my drag daughter Tiffany Box always says Happy Father's Day, and I was like, she will kill me if I do that. So I was just like, we're gonna go with you like that.
It worked. It was quintessential. As soon as it happened, I think we were all like, oh, there she is. You know, sometimes the queens come out and they say something, it's like, I feel like you never have said that in your entire life.
It just doesn't feel authentic.
Yeah, it doesn't feel authentic.
Yeah.
Also, how long did it take you to de-snag from your tights? Yeah.
I mean, about that. What you guys saw was fairly true.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, in my mind, I was just like, when I said help, I genuinely was like, is someone going to come and do this for me? And they're just going to cut this out of the episode. But I was like, oh no, I got to do this myself.
They're not moving.
Yeah.
And even the trip, back into the curtain, I did not know you were this clumsy of a girl. Is this a thing?
Yeah, this is normal.
Oh, okay.
Super falling, catching myself on things, constantly running into things, my home, if it could just have rounded corners, it would be best because I am almost constantly running into tables, walls, always. I think it's this, I have a depth perception issue. Maybe I need glasses. It's not good.
It's those contacts. That's what does it.
Yeah, I can't see anything. These aren't my eyes.
All right. Our next question. I'm wondering also this is why we have so many questions and we narrowed it down, but there must be so many things as a drag queen who's excited about and who gets on this show that you must be excited for, this inaugural, when I walk into the workroom moment, when I talk to the girls moment, when I first walk onto the runway moment. Did those kinds of things meet your expectations?
Yeah. 100%. It's obviously different because you're there, but it always meets it. 100% met every bit of my expectations. It was incredible just to be there, to meet everybody. Everyone was so sweet. The cast, crew, everybody was so good. It was really an incredible time.
And were there any kind of moments leading up to it, or kind of things that you were really excited about the show that that you wanted to what were you really excited about, kind of having the show in?
Well, I mean, walking in the workroom, that's such a huge one. Yeah. That's what everybody dreams about. Me, before I was even auditioning for the show, I know me and a couple drag queen friends, we would always be like, what would your entrance line be? What would you wear? What would you do? How do you think you would do it? So that was a huge one for me. And walking the runway, because that runway is stunning. I remember when I saw it the first time I cried, just...
Oh.
Yeah, let's talk about that runway. Tell us what was going through your head right before you went when you went on.
Right before I went on, I was
Yeah.
just like, well, my outfit's kind of ugly, but let's do this.
And what did you do with the outfit?
What do you mean? Like, how did I wear it or how did I make it?
No, I meant now that obviously everything is said and done, like where is the outfit?
Dead, burned,
Oh no.
gone. You'll never see that horrid piece of fabric ever again.
Come on.
Gone. If I could have lit it on fire more, I would have.
Some melted CDs.
Yeah,
Can we also talk about, if you're cool with it too, the panic attack that you had on stage? I don't know about a lot of viewers. I'm sure this is true for a lot of people watching, especially people that have a personal connection to you. But I found that to be such this like wild moment in television because what you experienced is what like millions and millions of people experience in their everyday, right?
mm-hmm.
And it happened to you live on TV in front of these girls and the cast and everything. And so, first of all, just like, we don't want to applaud you because it's not something, we should applaud you for doing. But I just wanted to acknowledge that was such a huge moment for even mental health on TV on such a major, major show in this country. What do you think?
I mean, when it happened, I was embarrassed because like the first thing that happens when you have a panic attack in front of a large group of people is it's like the most embarrassing thing in the world. You're just like, I hate this and I hate that everyone is witnessing this. But I think it's something that especially nowadays that it is so normal for people to experience because like millennials and Gen Z are just like anxiety ridden messes, that I think it is something that's completely across the board for a lot of people that they understand. So looking back on it, I'm not saying I'm happy that it happened, but I'm happy with the way it played out. Like rewatching it, I was just like, okay, I was in control. Okay, I got that. Because in your head when it's happening, you're just like it's just screaming, right? Just ah! So I'm happy with the way that it played out and the way that it was perceived.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I don't know. It was just this really honest, beautiful thing. I think at the same time as it was
chaotic,
right? It's just like, fuck, you really felt. So I think also what happened because of that is, well, that and everything you kind of did in this first episode was people really fell in love with you. And I think for a lot of Drag Race first episoders, sometimes there's that fear of like, well, that's that first one out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that too? Like that you made like a really solid impact.
I'm happy I made an impact. It's still a growing fear for me that people will just forget about me as things move on. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely something I had to sort of like wrap my mind around after it happened, that like, this is just how the cards fell and you just gotta own it. I mean, and it is like, you have to sort of look at it like, I'm the Canadian pork chop. I am the female bacon of Canada. Like I'm gonna be at every finale, just waving to Brooklyn. Hey, remember me?
But pork chop is a legend.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's icon behavior. So I'm cool with it.
I love that icon behavior. Yeah.
That's a good name for your book.
Icon behavior.
Icon behavior.
I think it would be like Juice Boxx, internally screaming.
What do you also think? We also talk about this a lot within the Yohomo kind of shows and things we do, but what do you think of the terms legendary and iconic and the use of them in the year 2020?
I mean, they're 100% overused, but I think that they're 100% overused, but I'm guilty of it. Like so I'm just rolling with it because it's trend in language. So it's just one of those things where everyone's saying it right now. And I'm just rolling with it because I'm a 31-year-old drag queen and I'm just trying to be hip with the kids.
It's working. And like, let's be honest, like you had a few legendary, iconic moments already happen.
My lip sync, like it was a moment.
Oh.
It was so good. Yeah. What do you have to say about Shea Coulee's comments on your lip sync?
So I was already crying. Like, I'm already crying because of like rewatching it and reliving traumas and stuff. So I'm bawling my eyes out. And then somebody sent me that tweet. And then like, I'm just crying more now, but because I'm happy. It's just still crying, but different crying. I was like, I DM'd her, like, thanking her. Obviously, she has millions of followers, so I don't know if she'll ever see it. But I was just like, thank you.
So cute.
Just so cool. It was insane.
Yeah, the ones. Okay. Also, let's go back to your exit statement. How does that happen in that moment?
By cunts?
Yeah. Backgrounds? Just so casual though. Like
I didn't, because I never thought about what I would say. Like, I never even thought about it because I was just like, that was like the last thing on my mind was the exit line, right? But then you remember that like everybody has to have this iconic exit line because that's like what you do.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what the fuck am I gonna say? So when I got there, I took a deep breath and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna be white trash about it. I'm just gonna bring out my Windsor, Essex County and just be like, bye cunts. Just walk off.
It worked.
Did you see on the mirror too? I wrote "bye cunts" on the mirror as well.
Oh,
yeah, you see it in the episode. So no, it's not a spoiler. You see it right on the episode.
Okay, great. Okay, here's our final question for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jockstrap or boxers? Jockstrap.
Always jockstrap. I wear a jockstrap, especially these hot days. It's the best for aeration. Or no, right now I have mesh shorts. So
I love when you wear mesh shorts.
A mesh shorts. All right, so our final question is sort of just wondering, now, this is done now, and this little piece is done, and we're still sort of in this COVID world that's happening, stay homo sort of world. What do you have in your brain? Do you have those thoughts yet, or like what you want to happen next, or where you want to take your drag next in this world?
Well, I think right now, when it comes to COVID and everything and us being sort of trapped, I think I'm just gonna just be as present on social media as possible and put out as much content as I need and be as present with people who are messaging me as I can, because I would want to meet them at meet and greets anyway. So I try to respond to every messages, but it's hard when someone just messages you hi and you're just like, hi,
hey.
But hey. So I'm going to try and respond. I'm going to spend the whole weekend just like responding to everything. But I'm hoping once this is all over, like, I want to tour, I want to meet people, I want to go around, I want to travel. I hate flying and I'm an anxious mess in a plane, but I'll do it. So yeah, I want to get going. I want to feel that rush of meeting new people and performing on different stages.
I think you probably hear this all the time, but I feel like there's going to be this hunger for everyone on this show after this, like, deep hunger to see you all live and perform, that you have nothing to worry about. Like, you will be everywhere. Like,
well, I'm making the other girls take me with them. So if they get more famous than I am, I'm riding those coattails. Listen, whores, I'll open.
I will leave it open.
Yeah, I'm jumping on and I'm in that show.
Well, thanks, Juice. That's the questions we had for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I love you. This is so nice.
Yeah, this was so fun.
It's a nice way to start the day.
No, I miss you so much.
Thank you too so much, and we'll be watching your socials as we always do. Please give us more of that Fallen Angel stuff. That is like.
Oh, I have so much more. I'm posting something later tonight that you're really gonna love. It's very silly.
Okay, great. We're excited to watch. We love you. Thank you for this first episode, and congrats on your traps. They're
Thank you. I got a bench press and a barbell, and I have been doing a lot of chest workouts and a lot of squatting. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
I love you so much. Do I leave now?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Yo homo, yo homo, like it when you move it slow mo. Yo homo, yo homo, yo homo.